course, it's been your boy Richie Bitch at Consumer Appliance Report, man. You know we review appliances. Today we're going to focus on the Samsung Bespoke refrigerator with auto doors, man. So we're going to review this appliance right now. First, we're going to start off with the function and features. Then we're going to talk about the parts, how much it's going to cost you to repair the appliance. We're going to go into the price, how much it's going to cost you to pay for it. And we're going to talk about the warranty, manufacturer warranty, and of course give you our overall review to let you know how we feel about this appliance. Alright, so let's get into this appliance, man. Let's start off with the functions and the features. Man, you already know when we look at these appliances, man, this is one of my favorite part as far as discussing the appliance. What can it do? What are some of the bells and whistles? What are some of the technology and the difference between this refrigerator and any other refrigerator on the market? Sometimes they stand out because there's appliances that this particular appliance is the first one to ever do this, and then of course they have different appliances that mimic it and try to do the same thing. So there's a couple things with this refrigerator that we can look into as well. Talking about the Bespoke refrigerator made by Samsung. Alright, so we're going to let the video roll for a little bit. Bespoke side-by-side refrigerator made by Samsung. One of the things is the stylish design. You could make it in white glass, or you can also get it in a stainless steel glass. Alright, so you can actually replace the front panels of the refrigerator, stainless steel, or you can get it in white glass. Alright, this technology is not new, right? But again, Samsung is really running away with this right now. They're the only ones on the market that's doing something like this. If you have the French door refrigerator, if you look at the Bespoke, even the stove and the microwave, you can replace the glass and have different colors matching up with the cabinets. I've seen where you have orange, I've seen where you have green, I've seen you have a dark blue or a light blue. So there's so many different colors that you can get with the appliance, with the make of the glass, depending on which one you want, and you can mix match them if you like as well. So it's all up to you if you really like that combination and like doing that types of stuff. All right, so again, let's get into it. One of the things is designed for you by you. So this is how it looks in the store. Bespoke. This unit has a dual auto ice maker. It says ice bites and cubed ice. Then it also have the water two ways Beverage Center. All right, so this is nothing new. We've already worked on a Samsung refrigerator that has this technology in it. It does have where you can get the water dispenser inside of the refrigerator door, and we're going to discuss that as well. And it also have the pitcher or the dispenser that you can use to fill up with water and all that stuff. So we'll get into all that information as we describe this appliance. Another unique thing on this particular refrigerator is the automatic, let me pause it right there and go back a little bit, auto open door. It says open door with a light touch. Alright, and that's the difference between this appliance and any other appliance on the market. No one is doing this at the time. So you can see if your hands are filled up with a whole bunch of groceries, and we're going to show you what it looks like in the store. So you can see as you press it, the door opens up a little bit, giving you some room to be able to pull the door open from there. And if you do not open the door, it automatically closes on its own. Alright, so it happens of course on both sides. You can see that, and that's one of the things why we wanted to show you the video, so you'll be able to take care of that. And we're going to just stop the video there so that we can go into this particular appliance, talk about the owner's manual and what it can do and what it presents. Alright, so we're in the refrigerator user manual. Again, one of the first things, freestanding appliance made by Samsung. This is the owner's manual. A lot of the times with the new appliances, you can scan the QR code so that you'll be able to upload the model number. You can register the appliance. You can contact Samsung as well and go directly to their website. So if you have any information that you'll need, you can scan the QR code on the side of the refrigerator, or you can go inside the owner's manual as well to get that information. Alright, first thing that we always discuss in any of our videos, man, always remember safety first. Safety first. So if you need to read any safety instructions about your appliance, we suggest that you do so. It's imperative so you understand what you are capable of, what you're getting yourself into as far as the safety information about the appliance. Alright, cleaning cautions, user cautions, critical installation wirings. Of course, you might not have to worry about the installation aspect. That's for the guys that comes out to install the refrigerator. But everything is instructed on how they're supposed to do their job, and at the same time what you're supposed to do, what you're supposed to look for as a customer. Alright, so we can look at the refrigerator at a glance. It says the actual appearance on your refrigerator may differ depending on the model and the country. Alright, so you have different types. You have type A, right? So that's not the type that we have. You also have type B, and that's the one that looks like that's the one that we're going to review. And it actually breaks down each individual component inside the refrigerator, starting from number 1 all the way to number 11. It tells you the freezer shelf, freezer drawer, auto ice maker, dual ice bucket, foldable shelf, fridge drawer, main panel, auto open door sensor, filter, all these different components. And again, it applies only to certain models. All right, so it's not every model that's going to have all these features. All right, so it says for some models, fridge shelves have different lengths. If you change the position of the shelves, they may bump into the item store in the door bins. Make sure to put the shelves in their original position. Alright, so just keep that in mind as well as you do that. Alright, let's get into the refrigerator. We're going to focus on the main panel. Alright, so this is the panel that allows you to communicate back and forth with the refrigerator. Number 1, you have your fridge. 2, you have your auto pitcher. You also have 3, the freezer. 4, ice maker. 5, door alarm. And 6 and 7, which is the locks, and you have different Wi-Fi on or off, anything like that as well. So you want to keep that in mind. That number 6 and number 7 looks like it's the same button that operates both, so you want to either hold it for about 3 seconds. I normally say about 5 seconds to help you out. That will help as well. Just a few little notes. It says if the door is left open for 5 minutes, the interior light will blink for 5 minutes and turn off. It says it is to alert deaf and hard of hearing users that a door is open. Note that this function is normal. Alright, so that's one of the things that you want to look for. Like that feature. That's an amazing feature to have. Alright, it says the temperature in the refrigerator may rise if you open the door frequently or put a large amount of food into the refrigerator. If this happens, the temperature display blinks until the refrigerator returns to the specified temperature setting. It says the leaf icon appears if you turn on the AI energy mode in the Smart Things app. Applicable models apply. Alright, so you already know, man, when you get these refrigerators, a lot of them operates off of sensors. Alright, so the sensor between the communication of the control board, the sensor, the temperature inside of the refrigerator. So you want to be careful with always opening the door. If you have children that like opening the door as well, that is going to be an issue with, of course, the performance of the refrigerator and it's holding its temperature. So you want to be careful with that. Keep the doors closed. A lot of the times, depending on the model, not this particular one, you have refrigerators that have a glass door. You could knock on the door to see the interior. Some refrigerators might have a camera in it, so you can check your refrigerator with using the camera or the technology that it has instead of always frequently open the door because it's not necessary. Alright, so let's get into the refrigerator. Alright, it says you can use the fridge about to set the fridge temperature. Press fridge repeatedly to select a desired temperature between 34 degrees Fahrenheit and 44 degrees Fahrenheit. It says the temperature indicator displays the correct set or selected temperature. Alright, you also have a power cool. It says speeds up the cooling process at maximum fan speed. It says the fridge keeps running at full speed for 2.5 hours and then returns to its previous temperature. So that's the power cool. Alright, and it teaches you how to activate the power cool. Select the temperature to 34 degrees Fahrenheit, then press the fridge to select power cool. This is nothing new. Samsung's been doing this for a while. This is another feature that they've been having for years on their refrigerator, but this allows the refrigerator to increase the cooling process and speed it up, maximizing the fan speed because there's different speeds on the fan and it allows it to get that much cooler. You can also deactivate it as well, so you can actually pause the video, look at it, see how to deactivate it because it's not a hard thing to do. Note, it says using power cool increases energy consumption. Make sure you turn it off and return to the previous temperature if you don't intend to use it. And that's one of the things that you got to look at as well. If you want to use it just for specific occasions, right? You're having a big party coming over, you want stuff to always stay cool. You also have certain refrigerators that might also give you at times a maximum amount of ice, fast ice, and that allows you to make more ice as well. So these are things that you want to think about, but as you read in the owner's manual, this does increase the energy consumption because now the fans are working at maximum speed. You're burning more energy, so that can cause a change in your electrical bill possibly, or cause your machine to run that much harder because you're consuming more energy. Alright, so just keep that stuff in mind. It says you can use the fridge button to switch the temperature scale between Celsius and Fahrenheit. Again, in America, what we deal with is Fahrenheit. I know in Canada they deal with Celsius. If you're familiar with using Celsius, then use Celsius. It's fine. But just to let you know how your the refrigerator is operated on Fahrenheit and how to turn it back on. If you have accidentally turned it on to Celsius and you're not sure how to switch it back, you can pause the video and you can see it here, because that's going to help you out tremendously. Alright, so let's keep it going. Auto picture fill, and that's what we're going to get into. We're going to stop there, get back into the video real quick so that we can see the auto picture fill, some of the features that it has here. Let the video rock for a second. You see, lemon and water. That's the biggest thing happening right now, that you can use that. Use the dispenser to easily access water. You can also detach the nozzle. You can clean it as well. And this is how it really looks in the store. Alright, so that's the picture and of course the dispenser. I'm gonna just stop there and get back into the owner's manual. Alright, so it says the auto picture. It says press auto picture to turn it on and off. You have to also remember this is a function that you need to turn on and off, and you want to be able to check it and see that. And the reason why I really want to highlight this, because I've had an issue with a wash machine. It has a smart dispenser, and the customer forgot to turn on the smart dispenser, and they thought the unit was not working. Thank God it's under warranty. And of course, when we went out, we turned it on for them just to let them know that it's working. They haven't called us back, so I'm assuming with all everything works fine. There's no issues there. But always remember, man, to turn these things on and off. You have the option of doing so if it's recommended in the owner's manual. It says you can put tea or fruit into the infuser to make infused tea or water. If you want to keep the infused water in its initial concentration, turn the autofill picture function off. Alright, so if you want to be able to use that, have the water with lemon in it so it doesn't constantly keep filling up, then you just want to be able to just turn it off. Alright, so it says for more information, see the water picture autofill picture section on page 45. Alright, so we're gonna probably get into that a little bit more as well. Let me get back to that page 45. That's what I'm gonna jump to, because that's where we're on real quick. Alright, inner beverage picture. It says applicable models only. It says open the fridge door. You will see the auto fill picture and the water dispenser available for use. Hold the fridge door still when you use the water dispenser or the auto picture. It says water pitcher, autofill pitcher. So you have the lid, you have the infuser holder, infuser, and the body. That's basically how it looks. And it says to fill the water pitcher. So it's telling you exactly how to do it. Grab a handle, groove off the lid, and then pull on top of the lid. Put tea leaves or fruit to your taste into the infuser. And again, when we're dealing with this modern day and really understanding the importance of drinking and consuming water, understanding adding lemon to your water and what that does for the body and how it's making it healthy, you can see how the appliances are adapting to what it is that we're doing health wise to make our life that much easier. This is an amazing function that you can actually use to be able to add lemon, add fruit, be able to have this water that you can constantly keep drinking, and if you can clean it out, you can add it again. That's an amazing feature to have, and I really like that. Alright, it says you can enable the water fill pitcher function on the main panel. Open the fridge door, then mount the water pitcher onto the holder. Push it straight in as shown in the figure. Alright, so again, you can read this stuff inside the owner's manual. It's not that detailed as well. One of the things that I do like, of course, is cleaning the nozzle. Right, so let me see if there's anything specific in the note. It says if auto pitcher function will stop, supply water to the water pitcher if the water pitcher does not fill after a certain amount of time. If this happens, check if the water line is properly connected. So you want to check your water lines. So all of this is pertaining to that. Wipe around the water pitcher holder if the water pitcher overflows or leaks. Water drops will fall if the rubber cap is open. Alright, so you want to look at the rubber cap, right? that's a good thing. So I'm glad I did read that. The auto picture indicator on the main panel will blink if there is a leak. So your refrigerator will let you know if the autofill picture is leaking. All right, and it's not inserted properly. Again, the modern technology to help you out is really essential. It really does make a difference as far as you buying a product that you know for sure is helping you and preventing you from dealing with issues that, you know, probably an older one will probably wouldn't let you know that it's leaking. It'll just start leaking all over the floor, and then it could damage your property. But your refrigerator is smart enough to let you know, and these are the things that you want to make sure you watch this video, and we'll help you with that. It says you must clean the water pitcher after you have consumed water. It says you must also clean the water pitcher if you have not used it for a long time or left the pitcher full for more than 3 days. Alright, so again, you can read that information there. I don't want to really get into that. Water dispenser. It says to dispense chilled water, open the fridge door and press the dispenser lever. It says the dispenser will stop dispensing if you keep pushing the dispenser lever for about 1 minute. To dispense more water, release and push the water level again. Make sure the glass is in line with the dispenser to prevent the dispenser water from spilling out. If you do not use the water dispenser for 2 to 3 days, the dispenser water may have an abnormal smell or taste. This is not a system failure. Discard the first 1 or 2 glass of water. And let's look at it, this water clouding. Alright, so water supply for the refrigerator flows through a core alkaline filter. During this filtering process, the water pressure of the water increases and the water becomes saturated with oxygen and nitrogen. This causes the water to look misty or cloudy temporarily when dispensed. This is normal, and the water will look clear after a few seconds. Alright, so just keep that in mind. Alright, so let's get back up. And one thing I did miss here is the opening of the door. Right, auto open door. Touch where the auto door open sensor is, and the door slightly open, so you're able to see it in the video that we presented as well. So it's nothing difficult. We don't really have to get into it. But again, if you want to understand how it works and understand if the door is left open and the light's going to blink for a certain period of time, that's something that we've just learned as well. Alright, so we can let this video rock and roll real quick. Alright, so that's your water filter. Again, your water filter, you must replace it every 6 months. Your refrigerator is smart enough to let you know, hey, I need a new water filter, replace me. And you want to make sure you do that, because that can damage your filter housing that you insert the filter in. It could also cause your refrigerator not to dispense water, cause your refrigerator not to make ice. Your water pressure could be low. It could create buildup inside of the freezer, and everything freezes up inside of the refrigerator because the water is not strong enough to get to the ice maker, so that can develop again ice buildup and cause other issues with your refrigerator. All right, so just keep that in mind as you think about replacing the filter. Again, it's recommended that you do so every 6 months. All right, so let's get into the ice maker, man. Dual ice maker, ice bits and ice cubes. All right, it says produce. Let me get back to that real quick. Produce. Let the video rock. 4.4 pounds of ice a day. All right, and then it also stores up to 11.9 ice. 11.9 pounds of ice. LBS of ice. Again, cool your drinks quickly. All right, so again, we're gonna go into the ice maker a little bit so you'll be able to see that. Going into the ice bites or bits, whatever, and those are the 2 ice makers there. Typically, if you look underneath the bottom here, that's where your reset button is on your ice maker. So before you contact anyone, if you have an issue with the ice maker not working, we suggest you hit those buttons, one on the left, one on the right, for the 2 individual ice makers. So you press it, and of course your ice maker should start to go into the harvest mode, where it initiates the ice making process. So it should add water to it. It should allow your ice maker lever to either go up and down. Sometimes it might twist and bend, and of course then add water to it. If you're seeing that happen, then what you want to do, of course, is you want it to allow it to sit and then monitor it until I would say give it about 24 hours to see if any ice was made and see if it dispensed any ice. If you're having issue where it's not making ice, I suggest doing that first before you contact someone. After you do this process, and if it does not work, it's still not making any ice, then you might need to contact someone to replace the ice maker. Alright, so look at the operation where it says ice maker. It says ice maker. To turn the ice maker on and off, the ice maker has 2 indicators. Ice maker on and ice maker off to indicate its operating status. So when the ice maker operates, the corresponding indicator ice maker turns on. When the ice maker is turned off, the corresponding indicator is ice maker off, turns on. Alright, so you want to be able to see that. You'll be able to see the indicator letting you know if it's on or off. Simple and plain. We talked about resetting the water filter every 6 months. Alright, so you want to be able to do that. We talked about that as well. And of course, as you replace the water filter, you want to make sure that you want to be able to fill up about 3 to 4 cups of water. Allow the pressure from the new ice maker to push through the water line, push all the sentiments out, everything. It might get dark, it might get cloudy, it might look dirty, it might flutter, or the water might stop at a certain point. So you want to be able to push out the sentiments, and you want to push out the air that could be caught up in that line, so that the water pressure is forcefully pushed out by the water filter, so that it can create clean and clear water to drink, and also for your ice as well. Alright, so that's one of the things that you want to look into. Alright, so we talked about that every 6 months. Alright, so your door alarm, again, it says if the door is left open for more than 2 minutes, an alarm will sound and the alarm indicator will blink. You can toggle the alarm on and off by pressing door alarm. Alright, so you can do that. You can turn the door alarm off, but it's up to you. Typically, I normally turn it off if I'm servicing the refrigerator, because there's times I might have to have the door open. And that beeping gets on your nerves. It gets on my nerves. So sometimes it might distract me from what I'm doing, because it just constantly keep beeping. So there's times that I turn it off, but I always remember to turn it back on. Alright, but you can if you would like. But again, it's a good feature to have to let you know that the door is open, because sometimes we forget. Deep demand off. This is a deep demand off function. Activates and deactivates the smart grid. Right? It says press the door alarm for 3 seconds to set / clear the peak demand off function. Alright, it says for more information, see the smart grid function, demand response. Alright, so this is the lock. Just to prevent accidental setting changes, press and hold the lock for 3 seconds. I would say 3 to 5 seconds just to be safe. This is on the panel, and you will be able to know that. This is the Wi-Fi on and off. Right, it says lock button for 10 seconds. The display shows the status of Wi-Fi for 5 seconds. So it says you must turn on the Wi-Fi to connect the refrigerator to the Smart Things app. And this is how you know if your Wi-Fi is on and if your Wi-Fi is off. Alright, so you want to be able to talk about that. Network commercial connection. It says the icon indicates that the refrigerator is connected to a network. If the Wi-Fi icon flashes, we recommend connecting your refrigerator with the Smart Things app. You can control and monitor your refrigerator on the Smart Things app. For more information, see Smart Things. Alright, again, be careful with the Wi-Fi. Just like anything else that you connect to on your smartphone or any appliance that you might have. Just be careful. You never know who can get into your network and do certain things with these smart appliances as well, cause certain things to happen. Just be careful. That's the only thing I can really say. It's a cool feature to have, but again, you still want to be careful. Alright, you do have Sabbath mode. Again, the Sabbath mode stays active for 85 hours once it's activated. It says to activate it, you got to press the door alarm and lock simultaneously for 5 seconds to enter the Sabbath mode. The refrigerator operates in Sabbath mode where the buttons, the display, and the room lamps are all under control. It says to deactivate, press and hold again for 5 seconds to exit. Alright, press and hold the buttons again. So those 2 buttons, door alarm and lock. Alright. Deactivating or activating the cooling off mode. The cooling off mode is designed for use by retailers when they are displaying the refrigerator on the retail floor. Alright, so again, keep that in mind. You want to know these things as well, because there's times you might accidentally press the button and then you're in cooling mode and you call a service technician to come out. You're going to spend that money. We're going to charge you that money for coming out if it's just to turn the cooling mode off. Alright. To exit the cooling mode, press and hold the fridge and autofill picture simultaneously for 6 seconds. Alright, and it says the refrigerator chime sounds and the refrigerator shows 0 on the fridge, displaying an FF on the freezer temperature display. Alright, so off. So you want to keep that in mind. And this is the Smart Thing, so we're going to get into that a little bit as well. Just a little minor stuff talking about that as well. Visit the Google Play Store, Galaxy Apps, or Apple Store, and search for smart things. Download and install the things of the app. Alright, so do that, download it, be able to operate it, start a Samsung account, just like anything else in your smartphone. Smart things, functions, integrated control. You can monitor and control your refrigerator at home and on the go. Alright, that's what it's all about. Some options and settings on the refrigerator may not be available for remote control. Alright, so you can remotely control your refrigerator. Again, we've been dealing with a lot of this technology as well. Alright, so you got different monitor or control, fridge temperature, power cool, freezer temperature, power freeze, auto door open time, auto door open, ice maker, auto fill pitcher, Sabbath, abnormal high temperatures, door opening, autofill pitcher, water filter replacement. It says you can turn on and off the AI energy mode. You can check the status of the AI energy mode on the Smart Things app. So these are the things that you can control with the app, right? With the Smart Things app. All right, if you have that option. All right, and you also have a smart grid function as well. Right, so this it says using this smart grid app is a feature monitors energy prices and demand information from your utility company. All right, so if you want to get that deep into it, it's up to you, but it's a lot when you're dealing with these refrigerators, right? To check the MAC address, again, this is all this different stuff, peak demand, on and off, override mode. So there's a lot to it. And this is how it normally looks when you activate and deactivate in the peak demand mode. Alright, let's get into the video, man. Let's get into this video real quick. See what we got here. Alright, so yeah, you can see the ice maker, man. Get into this joint. Again, this refrigerator is spacious with the Max technology. They're trying to make the refrigerator interior more bigger, more space, more easier for you to use. The shelving's a lot more smaller. You can see all around cooling, and that's what we're gonna get into a little bit more in this refrigerator as well. You see the glass shelves. Again, it's good to have glass shelves, right? It keeps it more cooler as well. Maintain the temperature on the metal, so that's always good. You can see the refrigerator open. I didn't have much space in between to really open the left door a little bit more because of the way that they designed the display that they had to show you exactly what's going on. Alright, so let me stop that. Up to 28 cubic feet interior capacity. Alright, so again, they're making your refrigerator, of course, with more room. Again, we having more families, we got more food we want to store. And again, you're spending this type of money for a refrigerator, you want to put some stuff in it. You know what I'm saying? I want to be able to pack it as much as I can, but at the same time allow it to operate that much, to operate in the way it needs to, with me storing stuff in it. All around cooling. So let's look at the all around cooling. Again, you got the air circulating around in there, cools evenly from corner to corner. And that's one of the things that we can say about this refrigerator with the circulation of the air. It allows it to circulate it more, because typically when your refrigerator, when it's a side-by-side, the older units, the refrigerator gets its temperature from the freezer. So the freezer temperature circulates around. So it goes from the freezer, goes into the refrigerator, goes back down into the return air, and comes back around in a circle just like that. But now there's times where your refrigerator and your freezer might have two independent systems. There's times where, like I said, they don't work the same. So there's two different units. Your freezer might not work, but your refrigerator is working perfectly fine because you're independent of each other. But with the fan and the circulation system, and you see how it is cooling and making it more easier to do these things, it's amazing. We talked about the Smart ThinQ connectivity. All right, so this is the energy saving, doing this stuff, remote monitoring and control anytime, anywhere. All right, it says counter depth design when we're talking about this particular refrigerator as well. Right, a lot of functions, a lot of features. The counter depth, you can actually see that in comparison to the full depth. You got more room to push back in, where it's a lot more flush to the design of the cabinet, and it looks a lot more better, giving you more space as well. And it says blend seamlessly into your kitchen. All right, so let's get into one more thing. Let's see if there's anything else we might need to talk about, discuss about this unit, Samsung. I just want to make sure we got everything covered. Alright, so again, I just want to show you the ice maker test buttons that I recommended before. You can actually see that and see that as well. Ice maker cubes, that's good there. The different trays and all that type of stuff. So you want to make sure that's there properly. It says twist ice maker, open the freezer door and slide the tray, ice tray, fold the tray as well. So this here, it says make sure the ice cube storage bin is in the place under the ice tray. So this here, let me look at this. It says do not put fingers on the object into the ice maker. This can cause physical damage due to sublimation. Ice stored in the freezer for a long time gets smaller and then it forms large ice chunks, therefore in unused for a long period of time. Alright, it says twist ice maker. Alright, so you'll be able to twist the ice maker if there's anything building up, and if you put any water in there as well. This is something that you can do because it builds up with ice. Alright, so that's good. We talked about the shelves, again, sliding shelves, all this stuff. You know how to do this stuff as well. Bins, we don't have to really get into the bins and the different shelves. That's gonna tell you where to put your stuff in, your vegetables and all that, and your fruits and all this good stuff. Your drawer covers and all that stuff as well. While pushing the left and right hooks underneath the drawer cover, pull the drawer cover to remove. Ice maker buckets, all different things in the picture. Alright, and we talked about how to clean it, to clean the nozzle. All this is in the owner's manual. We're not going to go into this because we already talked about it in the video. Removing the seals, it says if you remove the seals and the door becomes dirty, the door may be closed properly. Alright, so you got different maintenance and different stuff that you can get into. Again, the owner's manual is going to be in the description box, and of course it has troubleshooting information to be able to help you as well. Outside of that, man, I'm out of here, man. I'm your boy Richie Rich, talking about the functions and the features, man. You talking about the Samsung Bespoke refrigerator with auto doors, man. We're gonna get into the lab, man, and finish doing what we doing best. I'm out. Peace.
Run over your soul. I'm wild to